We're happy to be joined right now by Brown Bears' new tight ends coach and recruiting coordinator, Ryan Mattison. Ryan, how you doing?
Doing great.
Well, thanks for joining us, Ryan. You have spent some time at both Bryant and the University of Rhode Island, so you come here to Brown with, I guess, a little knowledge of this football program, right?
Yeah, no, very true. I've had the opportunity to face Brown twice when I was at URI and seen what kind of football program they've been traditionally. It's certainly an impressive one.
And what does it mean to you to be a football coach here at Brown University?
I think the biggest thing it means to me, really, truly, is the history and tradition here is incredible. The support, the alumni support, everyone wants Brown to be successful. The energy around Brown is great. And just to see kids who have incredible opportunity to play football at a high level and also, get an incredible education at a place like Brown. It's just, being a New Englander, I understand that, and it's incredible.
A former Boston College Eagle, I might add. And you're coaching the tight ends here at Brown University, and I'm curious, when you're looking for young men to play the tight end position for you here at Brown, what are the attributes that you're looking for?
Well, I think, ultimately, they've got to be guys that are willing to be physical players. I think in today's age, tight ends are certainly going in the way of being big receivers. But with what we do offensively, those guys have to be able to be physical and block. And I'd like that. If they have a mentality of wanting to be physical, we can coach them in the other things. And then obviously you'd like them to be big, long, and lean, guys that can run as well. But ultimately what I'm really looking for is a guy who's willing to block, be physical. We'll find the guys that fit the physical specs, but in terms of the attitude and the mentality, that's what I'm looking for.
You just completed spring football. What was your take on how things went, and any guys at your position that stood out to you?
Yeah, I thought things have been great. I mean, our players as a whole have been great in the tight end room. I've got a great group of guys. They've been working hard. I've got a fairly young group too as well, so it's exciting to see that there'll be growth in that position. And I got one guy that's had a tremendous spring, Emerson Logie. I mean, he's really taken to the offense, taken to our philosophy around offense, and come out, and he's had a really, really great spring.
You're also the recruiting coordinator for this program, and boy, did you get thrown right into the fire right away, right? You guys start at the beginning of December, and bam, you've got to put together a recruiting class. Tell us how that went.
Yeah, I mean, well, we certainly were thrown right into the deep end, which is great. I mean, I thrive under pressure. I think football coaches generally enjoy that aspect of things. Part of the class was already completed with the early decision process, and we had to come in and pull in about 20 guys, which is a hefty task in a short amount of time. So it was fun. I mean, all the coaches jumped right in, and as coaches joined the staff, they were hitting the road recruiting and trying to find guys that fit what we wanted to be, from a philosophical standpoint and athletic standpoint. And our coaches, man, they did an incredible job. I mean, really, we found some really good football players. I think we've completed the class, and I think it'll be a good one. And these kids love football, and I'm excited about that.
When you're recruiting a student athlete to play football here at Brown, to be a student here at Brown University, what are the things that you're selling to these young men and their families?
Well, obviously, anytime you're dealing with young men and their families, and you're going to bring them into your football family, you got to make sure that everyone understands that this is a family. We're going to be here. We're going to take care of them, their sons, and when they get here. But also that we are an excitable football team. We're exciting. We like to do things fast. We like to do things unique, different. We're not afraid to take chances and risks. And I think that energy is pretty fun, and I think kids like that, and heck, it's fun for me as a coach. I get to roll with it sometimes, and I think a lot of that comes from Coach Perry, obviously our head football coach, who's also a Brown alum. That's his energy, and he brings a lot of that, and so I think that's an exciting thing to go out there and talk to kids about what we're going to do on offense, what we're going to do on defense, and how unique it is, and how we go about doing things philosophically, and just not being afraid to just put something new out there and do it.
And as I'm sure you can attest to, the recruiting cycle never stops. Once you have one class complete, it's on to junior prospecting, junior days, and getting out on the road and talking to coaches. So it never ends, does it?
100%. No, I mean, we're prepping. We just finished spring ball yesterday, our last spring practice, and coaches are on the road. Monday, we're hitting the road for 2020. So it certainly never ends. I feel like there was no buffer here with the way this year is kind of shaped up.
Well, Ryan, it's great to have you here at Brown. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, Ryan Mattison, he is Brown's tight ends coach and recruiting coordinator, our guest.